I'm Kathleen Robinette. I run the Center for Digital Government and also serve as Executive Vice President for our parent company, eRepublic, for this conference, government technology, governing, all those other great things that we do. And this is one of my most favorite events. You want to know why? Because I am a fifth-generation Californian. Now, we are hard to find, and I love this state. That's right, we do. And I am here to welcome you to this wonderful Best of California event. We have a lot to cover today, so without further ado, if it's okay with everyone, I'm going to jump right into these awards. Sound like a plan? Okay, good. We're going to celebrate some winners today. This is very exciting. Our state has had some serious budget issues, just a bit. And we are here today to celebrate the individuals in this room who help to make California great on a daily basis. So here we go. Our first award is a leadership award. And before we start, I want to bring Christie Quinlan up here with me, and she is going to help me pass out these fantastic awards. Christie Quinlan. All right. Demonstrated leadership in management of information technology. The winner is Kathy Kleek, the CIO of the California Franchise Tax Board. And what you don't know about her is she and PK and I made a little pact many years ago and all joined Facebook at the same time. So she and PK were my first two Facebook friends. Kathy Kleek, the California Franchise Tax Board CIO since 2005, develops information technology policy and formulates the department's vision and strategic direction for its use of technology. Kathy's engagement and collaboration approach in enabling business results through technology have led colleagues and staff toward a unified vision. For example, she rejuvenated and brought forth enterprise architecture as a vital decision-making and cost reduction tool, and she is spearheading the updating and integration of compliance and accounting systems, which will modernize tax administration in California. Let's welcome Kathy Kleek.
First off, thank you so much for everyone being here, and thanks a huge amount to the Center for Digital Government for this recognition. I will say this award really touched me when I found out how many people in our department and other departments helped contribute to the writing of this award. But whenever you get this kind of award, it makes me think about why was I selected, what have I done, and what really came to mind is all the people that had mentored me along the way and given me advice along the way. So I wanted to share with you one short story about mentoring that I think helped me get this award. I had one mentor that, as I was a newer leader, he would show me this sign during meetings. And most of you would think that's a good thing. What I learned is this wasn't such a good thing because I needed to be at a little higher level and out of the weeds and stop telling people how to do something and start talking about what we needed to accomplish. So really what I wanted to say today is, the state has a lot of issues, and I think mentoring can really make a difference in what we do and helping people be prepared for the challenges ahead of us. So I want to accept this award and recognize those people that are mentoring others as well. So thank you very much.
And the next award, Demonstrated Excellence in Project Management. Joseph Schwann, the project manager, Los Angeles County Department of Public Works. Let me tell you a little bit about him. Joseph Schwann, IT project manager for the Los Angeles County Department of Public Works, views system implementations not as strictly IT projects, but as opportunities to redefine business processes and adopt best practices. He designed, tested, and implemented My Waterworks Account Manager, the new customer web application for the department's water utility, which launched successfully within budget and resulted in 2 county firsts. First application to offer recurring payments, and first to offer electronic bill presentment. Let's welcome Joseph Schwann.
Thank you. First off, I'd like to thank the Center for Digital Government for having such an award category and shining the spotlight on the discipline of project management. We all know how critical that discipline is to the success of an IT project, and certainly in the context of the public sector. I want to thank our county department leaders and managers for their continued sponsorship and support of IT projects. And obviously for the specific awards we're picking up today, I'd like to thank the business unit, Waterworks, and their project manager, Greg, who was the driving force behind the project. And again, thank you for recognizing the work we do at County Public Works and in the discipline of IT project management. Thank you.
And Project Excellence Awards. Best Application Serving an Agency's Business Needs. The Air Resources Board Equipment Registration System, you know there's acronyms for everything in our business, ARBOR, the California Environmental Protection Agency, California Air Resources Board. The Air Resources Board Equipment Registration System, or ARBOR, is an enterprise-wide system that centralizes the registration of multiple California air regulatory programs, enables companies inside and outside of California to register equipment, and provides web service to the major California ports. Since 2009, the system has avoided more than $6.5 million in paper and labor costs and provided cleaner air for Californians due to improved emissions control. Accepting this award is Dan Donahue, Chief, California Air Resources Board.
I'm pleased to accept this award on behalf of the Air Resources Board. I'd like to thank the Center for Digital Government and for CTA for this award. ARBOR is an innovative online system that it's developed. It required a lot of people are involved in it, both with respect to the ARB staff and with Natoma Technology. It's really a critical tool in implementing a number of the air quality regulations that we have, and provides a very effective, simplified, streamlined tool for businesses to be able to register their equipment, to ensure that they are actually documented as working, meeting the regulations. So it's saving a lot of time and money both for government and businesses, and appreciate all the cooperation that everybody has given to that to make it a successful program. Thank you very much.
And another Best Application Serving an Agency's Business Needs, the California Courts Protective Order Registry, the Judicial Council of California, and the Administrative Office of the Courts. The California Courts Protective Order Registry is a statewide repository for protective and restraining orders, which contains both data and scanned images, and can be accessed by judges, court staff, and law enforcement officers. The registry prevents multiple conflicting protective orders, provides law enforcement with complete images of these orders, including handwritten notes and enforcement warnings, and improves interagency cooperation, thus helping to safeguard both victims of crime as well as peace officers in the field. Accepting the award, Mark Desmond, the Chief Information Officer for the Administrative Office of the Courts.
So thank you very much. I'm Mark Desmond, the CIO for the Administrative Office of the Courts. Appreciate very much the recognition for this particular award. I brought a couple along because, you know, it takes a village to build anything in technology. Have our executive sponsor, Christine Patton, the Regional Administrative Director for the Administrative Office of the Courts. Jeff Johnson is our enterprise architect, and David Liu is the project manager for this. This project, while it's used mostly by law enforcement agents and judges in the state, is really the benefit for those families, children, victims of violent crime in the state, because it will help protect them and the officer's safety. No-brainer, you'd think that there'd be a way to have all of these types of orders in one place across jurisdictions, but there isn't, and this is that effort. So on behalf of the Judicial Council and the Administrative Office of the Courts and the Judicial Council's Task Force on Domestic Violence for supporting and sponsoring this, I'd like to accept this award on their behalf. Thank you so much.
And our next, Best Application Serving an Agency's Business Needs. Here's another acronym. It's CAL-LIMS project for the California Department of Public Health. CAL-LIMS is a laboratory information management system implemented and maintained by the California Department of Public Health's Division of Communicable Disease Control. The system supports laboratory testing in key public health challenges, such as infectious disease outbreaks, food poisoning, and bioterrorism. By accurately tracking samples, responding quickly with testing results, providing dedicated support and web-based technology, the system has been key in offsetting a 10% staff reduction. Accepting this award is Ron Robinette in the California Department of Public Health, and my long-lost relative, Ron Robinette.
Thank you, Center for Digital Government. And speaking of the funding reductions, I also want to say thank you to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention in Atlanta for our grant funding to get this project off the ground, and also our executive staff at the Department of Public Health, the Emergency Preparedness Office within CDPH for facilitating the funding and encumbering the funds, the hardworking and diligent lab staff, Claudia, Paul, and Rita, for getting your staff on board with accepting the mission of implementing the project. My IT staff, Kelly, Walter, Don, Noah, and Joe that couldn't be here today, for actual implementation. Also our project manager, Steve Pendergrass. If you're out there, you're supposed to be sitting at our table. And Lev Bobovich from the StarLIMS Corporation, who supports the technology behind this system. So thank you very much.
Now, Ron, I hope you know that Robinette is one of the oldest names in this country. It's got a huge pedigree, and every year in Missouri, there's a huge Robinette reunion. I know because when I was speaking in Missouri, everyone let me know this. Okay, on to our next best application serving an agency's business needs. The Automated Collection Enhancement System, or ACES, from the California Employment Development Department. ACES, the Automated Collection Enhancement System, is an integrated automated payroll tax system. ACES streamlines employer registration, the unemployment insurance rating process, return and payment processing, revenue accounting, refunds and offsets, and compliance processing. It also provides employers and their agents with an internet-based self-service option for registration, return, and payment filings and account maintenance. Benefits include retiring 20 existing applications and enhanced revenue collection totaling $29.6 million. Accepting this award, Carol Frost, the program project manager, John Logan, IT project manager, and Jennifer Tavel, the project manager, all from California EDD. Come on up.
thank you so much. This is such a thrill for us at the Employment Development Department. You know, we began this project a number of years ago, and as a result of a very innovative procurement process in California, we not only have a collection system, but we have so much more for our agency that assists us in fulfilling our responsibilities in administering California's payroll tax programs. As a result, we've actually renamed the ACES system, and it is now the Accounting and Compliance Enterprise System. So it's not only about technology, it's about our business, and it's about innovation. So I want to also ask Jennifer Tuvell from Fast Enterprises to come forward, and John Logan. And on behalf of the department, our director, Pam Harris, and of course, Jennifer and Fast Enterprises, thank you very much.
And our next round of awards, the best application serving the public, the Automated License Data System Project, or ALDS, ALDS, the California Department of Fish and Game. The Automated License Data System Project electronically links computer terminals to a central database at each license location and provides internet sales and issuing of recreational fishing and hunting licenses. The fishing and hunting public, licensing agents, game wardens, marine and wildlife scientists, and biologists all benefit from the 24/7 availability and automated recording and tracking. Currently, revenue generated is over $30 million, as is expected to reach $100 million annually. Accepting this award is Jeffrey Funk, the CIO for the California Department of Fish and Game.
In the department, we call ALDS olds because it's been around so long. Those of you who have been watching this project know that we've had a bumpy road. I think we've changed executive sponsor a number of times. The vendor has changed. The company was bought out. I think the entire project management team's changed a couple of times. I think the only two people on the original project is Damian Savak and Tony Straw, and I'd like to give them public recognition for their long-term commitment to a project. This project is definitely a sweet project because it's had such bitter times. I think we've gone through 2 stop work orders and a number of scary other incidences, but today we're very excited about where we're at. While the public is happy that we finally are able to serve them better through the internet, phone sales, and of course through 1,400 retailers who now carry all of our hunting and fishing licenses. It's really a turnaround for us as a department, and we're very proud of this. Thank you.
Our next best application serving the public, My Waterworks Account Manager, Los Angeles County Department of Public Works. My Waterworks Account Manager enables County of Los Angeles customers to access their account information and pay their water bills online. Both, it's known as MyWAM, I think, and a new customer information system replaced a 1987 unsupported mainframe system. MyWAM's user-friendly geographical interface, efficient navigation, and better customer service tools help to educate customers with data, graphs, charts, and community comparisons to encourage conservation. Over 3,800 customers of 10,000 user accounts have already signed up for e-bills. Accepting the award is Joseph Schwann and Greg Even, the Los Angeles County Department of Public Works.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to accept this award on behalf of the Los Angeles County Department of Public Works. As many of you have experienced, rolling out a new IT implementation within a large government organization poses several significant challenges, including communication and collaboration across multiple department silos, reliance on existing infrastructure and systems outside our local control, and navigating the legal and approval hierarchy required for a public-facing e-commerce system containing sensitive information. Our team faced and overcame these challenges and many others with determination and dedication. Therefore, on behalf of Los Angeles County Department of Public Works, accepting this award, I'd like to give a wholehearted thanks to our entire team, including field staff, executives, and other participants from other county departments. This new customer portal is the first of its kind in Los Angeles County. My Waterworks account manager now provides customers with 24 access to their accounts using industry security best practices. We hope to use this system as a foundation to roll out more services to our customers and to further enhance customer service while saving costs. Thank you very much.
Our next best application serving the public is the Public Inmate Locator, Improving Public Service, from the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. I like inmate locators myself. I like that idea. The Public Inmate Locator is a database-driven website developed by the Enterprise Web Application Solutions Unit to permit the public to locate offenders in custody within California correctional institutions. The public includes inmates' families, friends, the media, and other law enforcement and government agencies. Usage was projected to be less than half the current $250,000 per month and is increasing. Efficiencies provided by the website are helping to blunt the effect of ongoing budget cuts. Accepting the award is Sandra Chamberlain, the Section Chief, EIS Applications, Robert Patterson, Bill Buffington, and Chris Beach, the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation.
Okay. I really want to thank the Center for Digital Government for this award recognition. And I also want to thank my management for giving us this opportunity to participate in this program. It's just really great. The Public Inmate Locator is a web-based application, and it has been in effect since October 13th of 2010. Just a few statistics. Since this thing went live, we've had more than 500,000 unique visitors and nearly 1 million visits from over 139 countries. So this solution is not only a California solution or a United States solution, it is a multinational solution, and I just couldn't be more prouder to be part of this endeavor. This endeavor was also developed wholly by state personnel. The total cost of the project was less than $10,000 and was developed in approximately 3 months. So to provide this level of value for this amount of investment, it's just amazing. It's stupendous. And I'm very happy to be a part of this great state and this organization that gives us these kind of opportunities. I wanted to specifically recognize Chris Beach, who was our sole developer on this effort. Many hours of doing this development, and to yield this kind of value is just wonderful. And Bill Buffington, our project manager, who worked tirelessly with our internal and external stakeholders to make sure that we met all of the business requirements. So thank you so much. We really appreciate this honor.
And our next best application serving the public, Website Infrastructure Project, the Online Driver History Record, the California Department of Motor Vehicles. Through the Online Driver History Record, registered users can request their personal driver record online and view or print it immediately at a reduced cost of $2 from $5 by mail or in person. In the past 8 months, more than 57,000 online requests for driver records have been processed, and 1.2 million customers have registered with DMV to use the application. DMV has seen a monthly average reduction of 2,700 field office requests. Accepting this award is Steve Wasterman, the Deputy Director of the California Department of Motor Vehicles.
couldn't make it this afternoon, I'm Jean Shiamoto. I was co-sponsor of this project with Steve. I'd like to thank the Center for Digital Award Government for presenting us this award on behalf of DMV. This application continues to promote DMV's online services. Currently, our new numbers are we're averaging about 10,000 records being purchased online a month. We have over 94,000 records purchased so far today. You know, this enables our customers to purchase their record for employment purposes and to continue to shop around for insurance if you want to look for a different insurance company. It continues to provide a service to our customers where they don't have to go into a field office or mail in this application. They can get it online. I'd like to recognize our business partner, IBM. We could not have finished this project without them. They stepped forward with their project management, their leadership, and their innovation and technology to help us finish this award, get this project done. I also like to recognize one of our project managers, and we had 3 project managers, Terry Price, Michelle Ames, and Amron Din. And Amron is here to talk to you a little bit about and tell you shortly about the web identity management piece. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody involved in this project. I'd like to thank IBM, our partner on this project, for the innovative use of technology. This project actually implemented 3 core technologies. One was an identity management infrastructure, second was a portal, and third was an enterprise service bus. And I think that what we saw was the best of breed of products coming together. Given the complexity of integration, I think both OTEC, Office of Technology, OCIO, and the DMV and the business area really were empowered to provide a solution that is serving the public. And I think that's something that the entire team, the executives involved in the project, and I think the management DMV are really proud of. So I want to thank everyone involved, and I really appreciate this award. And I think it's a good testament to the great work that DMV is doing to serving the public. So thank you.
And our next is the Best In-House Developed Application, DMV Now, application for iPhone and Android from the California Department of Motor Vehicles. The DMV Now application provides iPhone and Android users with access to DMV information and services at their fingertips. Users can find a local DMV office, view average wait time, receive GPS-based driving directions to the office, take sample written driving tests, access a large library of DMV videos, and access DMV alerts. Since January 2010, there have been more than 212,000 hits on the field office page of the iPhone application. I will tell you that when I went to register my son, I used this application. It's always nice to be able to do that in my own state. Accepting this award is Gregory Brown, the manager for the California Department of Motor Vehicles.
Thank you, everyone. I'd like to thank Steven Spielberg for allowing me to play this role. You had to know that was coming. First of all, I'd like to thank the Center for Digital Government for recognizing us for this application. I want to thank our CIO, Bernard Soriano, and our directorate staff at DMV for fostering an environment of innovation and allowing us to play in our sandbox, basically. And more specifically, I want to thank Mare and Mark, who are the developers of, Mark is the developer for the iPhone app, and Mare, the developer for the Android app. I want to thank them for not throwing the sand back as we went through very iterative processes. So thank you very much.
Well, you all will be happy to know that I was on the phone with Texas today about a lot of different things, and I was bragging about all the great work that was being done in our own Department of Motor Vehicles right here in California and told them to check it out. Now, you know that Texans don't like to have anybody tell them that anybody else is better. So I was treading on some thin water, but it was great to be able to promote California. The next is Best In-House Developed Application, the Post-Course Catalog and Compliance Dashboard, the Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training. The California Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training is responsible for tracking law enforcement attendance at certified training courses for over 82,000 sworn officers. The Compliance Dashboard and Interactive Course Catalog allow individual officers to view and monitor their own training compliance and locate readily available close proximity training courses from the more than 2,500 courses offered. Cost avoidance is more than $200,000 annually. Having better trained law enforcement is a benefit to all California citizens. Accepting this award, Mitch Coppin, the CIO for Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training.
Post is really small. I bet half of you have never heard of us. Those of you that have are probably wondering why we're here. My IT staff is 17 people. I have 5 programmers. They're very talented .NET programmers. We also receive terrific support from our executive director and my boss, the assistant director, who are both here today. I like to offer these words to my team. They aren't mine, but they seem appropriate. I'm not very big, said the little blue engine. They only use me for switching trains in the yard. I've never been over the mountain. But the little engine thought of all the little boys and little girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys unless she helped. And then she said, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. All the toys jumped on board, and she tugged and pulled and tugged. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, said the little blue engine as it headed up the mountain. Up and up, faster and faster, until she reached the top. Hooray, hooray, cried the OCIO. Post executive director and the 90,000 law enforcement professionals we serve. I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could, said the 5 mighty programmers from Post. On behalf of Post, thank you so much for this award.
All right, that was a first. I like that. Our next award is the Green IT Award. Board of Equalization E-Filing Transition Project, the California State Board of Equalization. The E-Filing Transition Project of the California State Board of Equalization moved all sales and use tax accounts from paper to e-filing in a phased approach. 80% of the board's 900,000 sales and use tax accounts transitioned to e-filing within an 18-month period, resulting in over $3 million in operating cost savings. First quarter amount of paper used dropped from 1 million sheets to just under 104,000 sheets. Accepting the award, Lynn Koch, the project manager, California Board of Equalization.
Well, I want to thank you on behalf of the Board of Equalization for this award. And I also want to start out by thanking our technology department for building us a great electronic filing system. They built this system in 2005, and we were confident that the system was great and had a lot of benefits to offer our taxpayers, as well as the Board of Equalization, as well as the state of California. Our problem was that no one was using it. We only had about 3% participation. So we knew we needed to take the next step, and a much bolder step, to get people to use it and realize the benefits. So we implemented this e-filing transition project. And it really was you can see we had great results. We really only expected 25 to 50% participation when we started, and we were thrilled when we actually received about 80%. We're thankful to all the different departments that were involved in this. It was an agency-wide effort. We want to thank our administration department, our technology services department, our external affairs department, and also, of course, sales and use tax department. And I especially want to thank our, I call them our front lines, people on the front lines out there, and those are the people in the field offices, our call center, and we even had remote agents that had to put aside their regular jobs to help people transition to e-filing. These are the people that help the individual taxpayers to learn the new system and get through it as they needed some help. So I just want to thank everyone for that.
Our next Green IT Award is the Data Center Consolidation and Relocation Project for the California Technology Agency. The California Technology Agency planned a consolidation of applications at the Health and Human Services former data center at the Cannery Complex. Applications were consolidated to other regional data centers, resulting in reduction of the carbon footprint by 70%, avoidance of $40 million in replacement costs, reduction of the state's utility and lease costs by $3.7 million annually, and reduction of the state's vulnerability to a disaster. Accepting this award is Steve Rushing, the Deputy Director for the California Technology Agency.
I brought up here with me Megan Johnson, David Nahigian, and Mike Baker. We had one, David Ryle, that couldn't make it with us. As you might imagine, this is a huge project, moving the data center. And on behalf of OTEC and the Technology Agency, we wanted to thank the Center for Digital Government. Sorry. I'll talk a little bit about their role in a second. As you can imagine, it was a huge project. It was 2.5 years long. It's the Cannery campus, which was the Health and Welfare Agency data center. It was right at 100,000 square feet of raised floor space. We consolidated all that down into a new facility in Vacaville. You saw in the handout some of the money we saved and how we reduced our footprint. But as part of that project, we moved 4 mainframes. We moved hundreds of servers, hundreds of network devices, switches and routers, hundreds of circuits, storage, and a lot of other network-type appliances. Some of the apps that were running at that data center were so old that we couldn't find people that could support them. And Greg Weber knows what I'm talking about over at DHCS. And some of those applications have been running on that mainframe for literally 20 plus years. But we had not a single unplanned outage for that entire 2.5-year project. We kind of used the analogy that we were changing the engine in a jet plane while it was still flying. And probably what we're most proud of is that we used only state staff for the entire project, except for where we had to bring in vendors to do some of the, the mainframe stuff or other telco type stuff. So to recognize these 4, Megan Johnson was the overall project director in charge of herding cats, and there was a lot of them. She worked closely with our PMO group and brought in other project managers for specific areas. We naively thought that she could manage the whole project, but there were lots of sub-projects that were huge in themselves. So our project management office kind of saved our fannies multiple times. Mike Baker, the chief technical architect, he was in charge of making sure all the move and migration scenarios could be done without any outages. He handled hundreds of issues and risks. A lot of showstoppers came up that he had to work with the technical staff to find a resolution to those. David Ryle, not here, was our communications guy. As you know, the most important part of any project is good communications, and we ran, weekly customer forum meetings. We had mainframe forum meetings at the training center. We had mid-range forum meetings, data center forum meetings, and we had individual customer meetings, literally hundreds and hundreds, because we wanted to make sure that we moved all the applications and the machines, again, that there wasn't any outages, and we didn't have any. David Nahigian, our facilities guy, he handled all of our lease negotiations along with DGS and was our DGS rep with the State Compensation Insurance Fund. That's who we leased the facility from. He handled all the staff moves, at least 600 people between the cannery, the training center, and at Gold Camp, and there were lots of interim moves throughout the project, and as you know, nothing makes people more cranky than moving around, and David had to put up with a lot. And when we did our final move, he and his staff worked 6 weekends in a row, moving everybody out of the cannery and the training center. As you can imagine, like I said, a huge project. Probably all 300 or 400 people in the technical and the admin areas of the data center had a part of it. The mainframe folks, mid-range, network, operations, security. The admin folks, we beat them to death with last-minute procurements, for 2.5 years, and they stepped up and helped us out. Customer delivery division, they facilitated all of our customer planning sessions. Like I said, there were a lot. We had an executive steering committee that was made up of all of the OTEC deputy directors, and they handled all the resource and priority issues and dealt with any kind of internal issue. We had an overall senior exec steering committee with made up of Terry Takai, Christie Quinlan, Adrian Farley, and my current boss, Nancy Johnson. We had their support. They attended all of our customer or staff recognition events, and of course they dealt with the big issues, and there were some of them. Finally, the department CIOs, without their help and input and their staff to plan this, it wouldn't have been successful. And finally, our 4 major vendors that we dealt with, IBM, AT&T, EMC, and Brocade. Without their hours and hours of input, the project would not have been successful. Thank you very much.
Okay, now Greg over here, was that good to be singled out as the guy who knew about the old applications? I was just I was checking. Okay, we can talk afterwards. All right, best IT collaboration among organizations. Improving outcomes and collaboration through process improvement, the California Technology Agency. During the past 2 years, a new comprehensive IT management and project oversight system was developed through a multi-agency collaborative process. The new system aligns all projects to the IT capital plan and statewide strategic plan, standardizes project management and reporting requirements, provides a quality assurance process, and provides a portfolio management system with metrics and greater transparency. $129 million in state IT cost avoidance has been identified as a result. Accepting this award is Ruth Coleman, California Technology Agency.
I'd like to thank the Center for recognizing the Technology Agency PMO. It was quite an effort to accomplish. We're actually the only state government entity, I think nationwide, to have a CMMI Level 3 certification. It was a lot of work for us to get together and work while we're doing everything else that we're doing to get all our processes to align, to have workflow and other things that will help improve our interaction with all the departments and agencies that we deal with statewide. I'd like to recognize Chiamoti and Scott Davidson, a couple of my managers from the PMO, but also the ones who couldn't make it here today, LaTrenda Easton, Jack Gibson, and also some of the critical team members on this effort, David Chase, Delphin Kuba, Anita Fearman, and Lathan Narayan, who was the project manager on this effort. We just want to thank you all for recognizing us, and we want to provide a high level of service to all of you. Thank you.
Our next award is Best IT Collaboration Among Organizations. The Justice Electronic Library System, San Diego County Technology Office. The Justice Electronic Library System fully automates the generation, distribution, receipt, and off-site uses of probation documents and reports required for juvenile court delinquency hearings. This project provides the collaborating partners, probation department, district attorney, and defense agencies with their own central electronic business center. Custom e-briefcases can be created for work offline or in court, thus completely eliminating the need for hard files. Accepting this award is Susan Green, the Assistant CIO, County of San Diego.
On behalf of the County Technology Office and the Juvenile Justice Partners, the Probation Department, the District Attorney, the Public Defender, Alternate Public Defender, and the County Bar Attorneys, we want to thank the Center for Digital Government for this award. The GELS, which is what we call it, essentially eliminates the need for hard files. In juvenile court, it's not like Law and Order. It's not one case, one attorney. In juvenile court, in the morning, before noon, you'll have in the 4 calendar courts, you'll have 25 cases heard, bing, 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 bing. 1 DA, 1 probation officer, 1 judge, and maybe 2 or 3 defense attorneys. They bring the hard files in big carts. What the GELS has done, it's eliminated the need for those carts. We now have 1 attorney, 1 brave soul, that started piloting going into court essentially paperless. Next week we'll have 2, the week after that we'll have 3, and over time, essentially all the attorneys, all the probation officers will be able to go into court with a laptop. The jails in San Diego County has become so popular, we're now rolling it out to juvenile dependency court and workers' comp. And other local county agencies are looking at it as well. So again, on behalf of San Diego County, I have to thank my developer and my designer. One very talented developer from Hewlett-Packard, Yang Kim, and one very talented system designer. He's an attorney by day, but a designer by night. Mark Whitmore and I have worked on this project. Very cost-effective, great project to work on. Thank you so much.
The next one is the Best Wireless Project. The Crystal Cove Edugator, the California Department of Parks and Recreation. The Edugator is a transformed Gator, a small, all-terrain utility vehicle, which has become a wireless mobile video conference vehicle and is deployed on the beaches of Crystal Cove by the state park's online resources for teachers and students. The Edugator uses a wireless mesh network, secured video conference unit, iPod, underwater video camera, laptop, and document camera. 4,000 additional California school children participate annually in the interactive virtual field trips to the park's beaches, tide pools, and coves. Accepting this award is Sean Brown, California Department of Parks and Recreation.
Wow, my coworkers are going to be jealous. This is actually Sean Brown, by the way. My name is Jennifer Langer, and I'm actually the state park interpreter at Crystal Cove that delivers this ports program. Sean Brown is the tech support behind this program and also one of the masterminds for this wireless project. So I provide live interactive programs from the beach at Crystal Cove on tide pool ecology. And as mentioned, 4,000 children participate in this program. But on a high note, after crunching last year's numbers, I actually talked to over 7,000 children. And that number continues to grow as the popularity of this program also continues to grow. We use video conference technology with a wireless mesh network and an established T1 line so that I can actually go down to the beach, set up all my equipment, and then make a point-to-point connection with schools all across California. And the program is actually capable of reaching children nationwide. Given that we're California State Parks, we do emphasize on California schools, but again, the possibilities for this program are limitless, and I feel very proud to be a part of this program because it's all about the kids. And talking to 7,000 kids, to me, that's something to be really proud of. I have many people that I would like to thank. Of course, this is not all-inclusive list. Ruth Coleman, who is the Director of California State Parks. Kenny Kramer, District Superintendent of Orange Coast District, where I work. Joe Von Herman, Alan Friedman, Orange Coast Office of Education, Polycom, who we use their video conference technology to do these programs, and then of course, last but not least, Sean Brown, who without his tech support, I would have troubles because I am what I would consider a non-tech person doing a high-quality tech program out in the field. So thank you so much, and I feel very honored to accept this award. Thank you.
The most innovative use of technology, the e-commerce portal infrastructure, the California Franchise Tax Board. The e-commerce portal infrastructure project provides a scalable network infrastructure capable of supporting current and future e-commerce applications. EPI has solved network deficiencies, including redundancy, manageability, and security. Using virtual technology, applications can be cloned, customized, and scaled to more than 200 virtual environments. EPI provides a highly secure and self-healing environment, vital to generating more than 65% of the state's general revenue, about $60 billion annually. I don't ever think about Franchise Tax Board and self-healing. But accepting this award is Surrey Jetty, California Franchise Tax Board.
Actually, it makes me nervous because all of my management is watching me in front of me. I would like to thank Digital Government for this award on behalf of Franchise Tax Board, and especially the e-commerce portal infrastructure project team. And as many of you said, it doesn't take one. As you know, like to build a Taj Mahal, it took 200,000 people, 18 years, you can imagine. So this project took many of us to complete. And also we had competing priorities, many challenges like furloughs and everything, but the team came together and delivered the project 3 months earlier. And I would like to thank all the team members and also all of you here, and I'm delighted to accept this award. Thank you.
Now, that's it for that set of awards, so let's all give everyone a big round of applause. And I really do want to congratulate you. It's so interesting doing anything in California, even our counties. The scale and the size of any project we do here doesn't even compare in most other states. So again, congratulations. And now we're going to move on to the Outstanding IT Service and Support Awards. And now, we are getting to continue with our Best of California Award program with the Outstanding IT Service and Support Award presentations. This award was added to the Best of California Awards program last year and was an overwhelming success. And we are pleased to continue this tradition again this year. And now I would like to welcome the Acting State CIO, Christie Quinlan, to the podium, who will say a few words about this award. Christie.
Thank you, Kathleen. So I heard you introduce yourself as a fifth-generation Californian. So that compels me to introduce myself as a fifth-generation Californian. So I just couldn't let that go by. Yeah, so anybody else that's a fifth-generation California should, oh, I see a hand over there and a hand over here. So there's a few of us out there, old-timers, people who came in via the gold rush. So unfortunately, these days, it seems like all we hear is the bad news about the budget cuts, the pay cuts, service reductions. I mean, clearly, service level agreements are being met. We've just acknowledged several of them. So I think it's very, very important that in this sort of bad times, bad news, that we take this time to celebrate our accomplishments and our successes. And I particularly am thrilled to see these many people who are so excited that they bring their family, they bring the kids. I know some grandparents are here, or some people who are grandparents have brought their family here as I was walking out earlier. So I find this very, very exciting. So this is just near and dear to my heart. I'm a longtime state employee, many, many years. So the Outstanding IT Service and Support Award, this purpose of this award is to honor those people who are basically in the trenches, who make it happen. Sometimes you might consider them the unsung hero. So the description of the award is follow. It recognizes the tireless work of those who work day after day as team members, team leads, IT project leads, and managers, upholding the highest standards of public service. So tonight, we're recognizing those among us who don't work for the government, but rather are public servants. We hear that term a lot, and I know sometimes people really have felt like that. It's their tireless efforts that truly make a difference to the citizens of California. So I'm honored today to share the stage with the 2011 Outstanding IT Service and Support Award winners. So Kathleen, I think we can get this started.
Okay, great. All right, I'm going to read your name. Come on up, but we're going to take one big photo at the end. And the Outstanding IT Service and Support Awards go to Manvar Bola, California Department of Equalization. Lisa Christensen, California Department of Consumer Affairs. James Francisco, California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. Kit Chung, California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. Maureen Miriamura, California Department of Developmental Services. Cheryl Dobbins, California Department of Healthcare Services. Renee Holland, California Department of Healthcare Services. Brian Mays, also California Department of Healthcare Services. And Frank Holder, California Department of Healthcare Services. Sherry Henderson, California Department of Healthcare Services. Rebecca Voog, California Department of Healthcare Services. All right, the healthcare services people are in the house. All right. John Smith, California Department of Industrial Relations. Dennis Espirito, California Department of Industrial Relations. Karen Ongerth, California Department of Insurance. Terry Williams, California Department of Mental Health. Ed Regala, California Department of Mental Health. Jason Marks, California Department of Toxic Control Substance. Norm Light, California Department of Veterans Affairs. Jay Song, California Department of Water Resources. Jesse Bishop, California Department of Water Resources. Please join me in congratulating our award winners. See how you. Well, you guys gotta down the first row? They can't see you past the podium. I know that.
Can we kneel down the first row?
You scoot in. I'm gonna go over here. And there's more. Yay. Are you ready? Here's our final 18. Outstanding IT Service and Support Award winners. Dan Foley, California Department of Water Resources. Chris Rouse, the California Department of Personal Administration. Manuel Camacho, California Employment Development Department. Jeff McTighe, the California Franchise Tax Board. Michelle Bland, California Highway Patrol. Accepting on behalf of Michelle is Chief Reggie Chappelle. Reggie's coming to accept for Michelle. Maria McGonigal, City of Sacramento. Eric Kaufman, California Natural Resources Agency. Chris Morrison, California Office of Systems Integration. Charles Hu, California Office of Technology Services. Marianne Chick, California Office of Technology Services. Dave Akins, California State Controller's Office. Jason Lee, California State Water Resources Control Board. Melissa Matsura, California Technology Agency. Jim Thompson, California Technology Agency. Patrick Slasicki, California Victim Compensation and Government Claims Board. Carl Palmer, Cal Fire. Charlotte Jensen, CalPERS. Karia Goodall, CalPERS. Or it could have been Carla, and it could be Goodall, but you know, that person. I got it right, Carla. Carla Goodall, CalPERS. Please join us in congratulating all the winners. Okay, I think you're gonna have to slide down a bit. You're gonna have to squeeze in a little bit. 2 rows, 2 rows. 2 rows. Okay, we're looking over here. Over here. All right. All right, thank you again. So congratulations to all the winners. I want to turn the microphone back to Christie Quinlan.
So thank you, Cathalia. So thank you, Cathalia, for joining us today and helping us honor some of California's outstanding public services. So my sincere thanks to our sponsors for their support and the advisory board members for their support. Again, I want to thank all of you for attending. I invite you to join me and the award winners in the reception taking place in the vendor fair. So Cathalia, I think we're going to take photos. There'll be photos for the first 18, and then an opportunity for the other IT folks to come up and have photos, individual photos, maybe photos with your family. So anyway, photo time, and then all the rest of you, the party has started in the vendor fair. Again, thank you so much, and congratulations to everybody.